That's a lot of cutting. One other part of the bill that was signed and that you supported was an increase in the so-called earned income tax credit, which ARP did support that part of the bill, and we're glad we did, because we believe it's going to put about $130 in the pockets of average or low income working families, not just seniors. So this bill is going to help a lot of people: veterans, retirees, people who are beneficiaries of estates, and low income working families, regardless of age.
That was a positive part. It went from 30 to 35%. You're right. It gives a bigger deduction. We said it's the average family will save about $125 on that. Again, those are savings in people's pocket. You know, we always talk about what is $125, what's $54. Every cent that's in your pocket that's not in government is a major savings. It's a savings to you, and very honestly, it makes government more efficient. We have to use the dollars we have more wisely. And I like that aspect of things. I like holding people's feet to the fire and say, use the money wisely. It's our money, not your money. It's our money. We're paying into it. Use it wisely. And I think the major factor in the push of this bill was we are helping seniors to stay in state. Think about one thing. It's important in your older years that, and I'm a member of ARP and I'm a senior, that you want to be close to your family. Your kids may be here, your grandkids may be here, and even though you might go to a warmer climate during the colder parts of the year, really 75-80% of the year you'd like to be here where your friends and families are. We were having people making tough decisions. Can I afford to stay here? Look at the money that I have to pay out. When you're talking about $2,000 a year plus, that's big dollars.
Oh yeah, that adds up.
And you're talking about life-changing dollars to a lot of people in the end of the day, and we want to make sure they stay in New Jersey, they're able to be here with their families, and have that quality of life that they wanted to have in their senior years. And as I said, I think the parts of this bill absolutely help seniors remain here in New Jersey, enjoy their lifestyle and quality of life here, and the fact that ARP supported it, to me, is the stamp of approval. You know, like the good seal. When ARP says that something makes good sense, all of us in Trenton have to sit up and take a look at it, because you have the interest of seniors as number one. You don't have the interest of government. You don't have you're not a special interest group. You're really truly looking at the quality of life of seniors within the state, whether they're ARP members or not. You look at their quality, just like you supported a bill that basically the earned income thing is really more for families. You support it because it's good for families. And I think that's the nice part of ARP. They're not just provincial state. It has to be a senior. They look for the overall factor of how does it help the community as a whole. We want it to help seniors. We also want it to help families. We're part of a community, and that's a very positive thing, and why I've always supported ARP, and I think do a great job both in the state and nationally.
Well, thank you, Senator Singer. We appreciate that at ARP. ARP does have a rather broad agenda designed to try to improve the quality of life for everyone in the Great Garden State, and we love New Jersey, and we do think it's an admirable goal to encourage people to stay in New Jersey. We don't want them all moving to Florida or what have you. So we appreciate your efforts in this regard, Senator Singer. And on behalf of AARP, I want to thank you for supporting the retirement income tax credit or tax reduction and the earned income tax credit and some of the other things that are going to help hopefully keep people in New Jersey. It makes a big difference. And when are these tax changes taking effect, Senator?
Well, some of them take effect as of the first of the year. Some of them there's a year break into that. There's a phase out of the death tax, but most of them take effect almost immediately. I will say one thing to you that again. I think that these things are going to make a difference in a lot of people's quality of life. We have more work to get done. You know that. We're working with you on property taxes. That's a major issue. But this goes a long way in doing it. And we have some legislation that we've talked about that's going to freeze property taxes, I believe, for all seniors. I believe there has to be a number that people can feel comfortable with, and I have legislation to do so, looking for a constitutional amendment. But again, keeping seniors here, making their quality of life wonderful is something that's on my radar screen and certainly on ARP's.
Well, thank you, Senator Singer. People talk about the cost of living, and you hear the gripes. I'm just going to use that term. The perfectly logical complaints about the high cost of living in New Jersey. When was the last time that we've seen in New Jersey tax cuts of this type? It seems like it's been quite a few years.
I don't think we've seen it in the last 25 years.
Wow.
This is a major tax decrease for seniors. That $100,000 really encompasses. Remember, that doesn't include Social Security. So if you're two people on Social Security, and let's say each year you're getting $20,000 or $22,000, you're talking you could have an income of about $140,000, $145,000 and pay no state tax. I mean, that's a positive thing. That now puts us in the radar screen of everyone to say, wait a second, I don't have to move out of New Jersey to say I have to move to Florida, has no state income tax. Basically, you have no state income tax in New Jersey for a lot of seniors, and that to me is a positive thing.
And that's even a big change just in comparison to neighboring states.
Absolutely.
Even New York had a taxed retirement income at, I think, half as much as what New Jersey had prior to this new bill becoming law. And now we're going to be more competitive, I guess, than New York. Isn't that right?
There's no question about it. This part's of the bill, these four things,
Right.
why I supported the legislation, because it is game changing for seniors of our state. This is the reason to say I don't have to move. And I'm telling you, I had seniors calling our office, coming in to see us because I represent some of the largest senior communities in the state.
Sure.
And they absolutely were saying, I don't want to leave. My family's here, my kids are here, my grandkids are here, but you know what? I can't afford it. It's just too much of my income. And all of a sudden, it's going to be the game changer. They don't have to worry about that. They can stay here. They can go to the warm weather for a few months, only a few months, and then come back.
Not 6 months in a day, right? Isn't that the trigger?
The trigger is that. But also, let me just say to you, we have great weather here. You know, this.
I like a moderate climate
Well,
myself. I'm not a
I'll
fan
tell
of
you,
alligators and heat.
You know, Florida has been brutal for 6-7 months here. I mean, brutal this past year before. I mean, I have friends down there that are saying you can't believe it, how hot it was. We have it beautiful. We don't get that. You know, you don't get it so hot that you can't walk on the sand on our beaches. Our beaches you can.
Sure.
And we've had some great weather. So we want to keep people here. We want the state to keep flourishing the right way. And as I said, seniors are a major part of that state flourishing the right way.
Well, thank you, Senator Singer. I want to say to our Facebook friends out there, if you have questions or comments, you know where to put them on Facebook. Let us know what you think. If you have questions for the senator, just tag the senator, and we'll make sure he gets your questions. And we appreciate you joining us for this short AARP Life at 50 Plus podcast. So stay tuned to AARP New Jersey on Facebook, because there's more to come soon. Thank you again, Senator. It's a pleasure to see another Fitbit user here.
Absolutely, I got mine.
Outstanding. Well, thank you again, Senator, for being a good friend of AARP.
Doug, you're the best.
Take care.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you.
Take care.